For the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
Now, what do we think of?
Fuck up, motherfucking beat. I'ma make an announcement. This cracker ain't slouching. Got the flow, keep the big boys bouncing.
The Limp Bizkit gets my dick hard. We're here with Paddy, Defino, and Jake, Timothy. And this is not the last episode. People are going to see because you guys were on the last episode. They're going to think this is the same one. So we're all wearing fun glasses. Just to,
Limp Bizkit is what I imagine plays like in the soundtrack of the movie about my life. The first time I eat ass, that music kicks in. You just see me lower behind a parachute.
I keep rolling.
Too.
Wearing these glasses.
A lady looks down while like you're eating her pussy, and she just sees this and then those glasses.
These glasses look like the first guy who invented like eating pussy.
There's a side for the people that are audio listeners. First off, watch the video. There's a lot you're missing.
You have to face your demons, quite literally.
Paddy has tiny black sunglasses that are circular. Who wears those?
I think just like various Muppets for different like scenes.
I feel like I've seen like a serious criminal villain wear that.
Yeah, like evil criminal guys wear those. Or Steven
yeah.
Seagal, I think, wears stuff like
The
that.
issue is like they're so small, even as close as I can get them to my eyes. There's always light coming from like some angles.
Yeah, because they barely cover your pupils.
Yeah, all I can see is the rims in each eye. But yeah, I guess $2.99 on Temu.
Oh fuck yeah.
Same with those, dude.
Yeah, I got the flip up sunglasses. So they're black sunglasses, and you flip them up and they're regular glasses. If you want to read with people seeing your eyes.
Temu just wants everyone to look like Blade Runner characters running around.
Well, the black. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who the
big rugs on sale.
What got you to buy all these sunglasses?
I'm like an impulsive purchaser.
Yeah, but like sunglasses specifically, today?
Well, I bought those like blue ones with the Jaguars on the side, and then now Temu is hitting me with like
the coolest,
the top shelf,
the funniest
glasses.
goofy glasses. Dude, I'm the same way. I was at a Mexican. I showed you. I was
They're like, oh, you are a cool guy. We have been saving these just for you.
Yeah. A fucking tracksuit with a tiger on the back of it or something like that too, dude. I'm like, I was at this Mexican gas station in Tennessee, and there was a belt buckle with a silver wolf
gasolina
with blue diamonds in its eyes, and I was like, "This is or gems." They weren't diamonds, but I was like, it was $16. And I'm really mad I didn't buy it.
Yeah,
I know it would have started a whole trend of me buying bad boy clothes because I am known
if
as
like
the
you
bad boy.
wore that belt to the RNC, you could get a guy to come out of the closet for that belt. It's like the secret belt.
I love how I came to you guys with that information recently about the RNC that just wasn't true. I was like, did you guys hear that Grindr crashed because the RNC was in town?
Yeah.
Just because like one person told me that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that just must be true. I saw like one article.
There is a big issue with...
Wait, where did you hear that? Did someone tell you or you read it on the...
I read it online, and then somebody told me additionally. And then I was like, oh, I guess there was so much gay sex at the Republican National Convention, which makes no sense because there's more... I think one of you was saying this. There's more gay sex happening in Brooklyn, like, or the West Village. Like, the app is...
in this apartment.
Built in this apartment. Yeah. The app is built for gay sex.
Yeah.
There's no way. Its capacity is like...
I think it's like there's something happening when these big groups of people get together and they all have cell phones. Like none of them work.
Right. Oh, that's true too. Maybe it was like too much gay sex in
one tight little ass.
Yeah. It was too many cocks.
But that's what happened with the assassination attack. Like at that place, they said that like there were so many people there, no one could like make a call.
Oh, that's so annoying having pictures of like the guy shooting the president. You just can't send it then. If you're trying to call 911, you just can't.
Yeah.
And that's your guy too, because you're
text 911 a picture of the guy. Like, why did you think this is how you handle the emergency? I got the best feed.
Yeah, well, it's also funny too because it's like everybody there loves Trump, so that must be such a like not being able to scream in a dream scenario, or like not. They're just like, no, it's our guy. and he's gonna fucking kill our guy. It's
Yeah.
like right there, and you can't call anybody.
And they have like a half of a Bud Light, and they're like, "Do I put it down?"
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's like, dude, people were screaming. Like watching those videos, people were literally screaming, and like nobody was like really reacting. It was interesting.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's like when
None of those like.
Because they just like don't even know what's happening.
Also, I hate when people go, "Oh, you don't know what a gun sounds like." It's like I've shot in so many guns, and I still think a car backfiring is a gun. Like, I'm sorry if I'm a crowd of people and I hear a bang, I like think I'll hear a balloon popping and I think it's a gun. That doesn't mean I've never been around guns. You fucking dick asshole who's mean to me.
That's what it's gonna sound like the first time a woman breaches my ass is like a gun. I just shoot a clip out. Whoop.
I like that you say breaches my ass. And it's
Yeah.
security. There's little army men outside of Paddy's
I
asshole.
have a
just making
very,
sure.
very secure ass.
Making like an alarm sound with your mouth. Code red.
I picture there's
Paddy sat on a seat that had a baseball on it.
Paddy's laying face down and just on his ass cheek is just like a Secret Service guy with like one of those little wires. He's like,
Clear. We're clear.
We're breach. There's a figure coming in.
Jake just walks into my room. The guy just shoots him in the Dude, we were talking about it. We should not open that door if no one is home. Like if someone knocks and it's just one of us here, don't open the door.
Okay.
Because all it takes is one person to push and like they're in the apartment.
Yeah. Well, that's how I
know?
got you. That was my favorite fucking prank I've ever
Dude,
done.
that scared me. So I just finished smoking a spliff, which
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
already warfare on my paranoia.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah.
Paddy's walking in the building and I see him walking in. I think I've told you this. And he closes the door behind him and I push against it so
Dude,
he can't
as
close
it's
it.
like just about to be closed.
So he can't see me. He just feels somebody pushing, trying to get into the apartment.
And there's like a full door swing before I see Michael on the other side. So I'm like, Smash Bros into my fighter stance.
Can you own? There's no guns you can own in New York, right? I can't own like a 20. I think I can own a 22, right?
Dude, you can get a salt gun. Oh, we still got to get one of those.
Yeah. Well, people use those for. I heard some comic talking about he was on a train and Nick Swartzen was talking about he used to like train hop and like the conductor would shoot him with a salt gun.
Oh yeah.
He was like, my friend's got shot, and I was like, it's crazy. He's like, by a salt. I'm
Those
like,
were like shotgun salt pellets, though.
Yeah.
They're like big ones, so they hurt, and then the salt.
Is that for just people climbing on the train?
I think it's just like
They
to
have
not
those
kill
for
them.
like riots and stuff too. Where like they don't want to kill somebody, they just want to hurt them enough that they
Incapacitate
run
them.
Every
away.
cop should have a real gun and then like a play gun, like a
And
gun.
they
that-
should look exactly the same.
well, just a gun that says like, "Hey, settle down." Like it somehow just.
Freeze! He pulls. It's just like like the little arrow that says "whoopsie."
Yeah. That's just a warning of what it could be. Now I'm going to shoot
Flag.
your fucking head off.
It makes a fart noise and a flag comes out.
Now that I know which gun is my real gun.
Dude, if there was a gun that was just the equivalency to getting punched in the balls and just like, hey, watch out, pal.
Essentially a stun gun, which they do carry.
Yeah.
Cops are pretty well equipped.
Yeah.
They look like Pokemon trainers. Wouldn't it be sick if cops had Pokemon? And like you jump a track and they're like, hold right there, go, side duck, and just a duck hypnotizes you. You're like, whoa, today got out of hand. It's the last time I jump a turnstile.
I'm not gonna play along with that bit. I got nothing on that. But my MTA just stopped. I don't know what happened. I think I may have accidentally like flagged it as a fraud alert. So now the MTA just doesn't work on my debit card.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really every time it does not. It's the only transaction that just does not work. So I have to hop every single time.
Yeah.
I hate when you like buy something and then whatever comes up on your statement looks like something you definitely didn't buy.
Yeah.
And you call and you're like, no, absolutely not. The
Yeah, like I did spend $30.
collegebros.com is definitely not me.
Pro biller.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's I don't know. You just see something, then you like cancel you like lock your account and cancel your card.
Yeah.
And they're like, and I'm like, oh yeah, I totally bought that.
Yeah.
I totally bought 5 different pairs of sunglasses.
That happened one time.
Temu.
I was so drunk at Epcot. It was 4th of July at Epcot.
Oh, I love this one.
I got fucking hammered in Germany, just drinking Schloskenvoskers or
What
whatever.
year is it in Germany?
1943.
I think it was a little before that. I want to say like 1880.
There's just a mascot with a giant, like a Hitler with like a giant head.
But I got really fucked up and I went on Instagram and like this t-shirt popped up and I tried to buy it, but it's like located in like Japan or something. So my like credit card company right after like called me and left a message and they're like, hey, did you make this purchase? And I was like, no. And they canceled my card. And it was like the first day I was in Disney.
Oh, God.
And I had just bought it on a thing. And they said the exact amount and everything. So I just had to go without a card for a while. And I was so upset.
Did you have to like Venmo friends? I've had to deal with that shit where I'm like, hey bro, can I Venmo you like $50?
I was with my family. So they're like, we can like help you out while you're here. But like, it's just, you just feel like a child again. Like when you don't have a wallet, you're like, I'm a child. I'm just roaming around, like being like, hey, you think you could help me get to the thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's happened to me because I fell for the stupid USPS prank. Not prank, scam. Prank. They pranked me. They got my credit card info.
I've fallen for that like 3 times.
Yeah. I'm like, my package is lost. I guess they have to reroute it. Oh, this card didn't work. I guess I'll use every card I have.
I like never use shit. I never buy shit online, and I get those all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking like trying to get me to like my package was stolen. I always think I ordered something and just forgot.
Yeah. That's where they get everyone, I feel like. But now,
well, especially for you, because every day I go to look to see if, by the way, the IRS has still not sent me my fucking refund. They sent me a packet of paperwork to fill out. Dude, this isn't fun. Anyways,
you didn't get direct deposit?
I did, and they're like, it just didn't work, so we mailed it to you. They lost the check. Now they sent me back a bunch of paperwork. I have to like open up a what do you call it? Like a what do you call it when they
black business?
No. Yeah, yes, I have to start a black business to get my tax refund. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe
they have $0 at the IRS, and they're like, just stall.
Yeah.
Just tell them anything.
Yeah. So I am opening a chicken shop on the street, but every time I go there to look for shit, it's always stuff for you.
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff coming in. I've been just ordering like chessboards. Yeah. I ordered another one, a travel one for when I travel. No, I did have
Were you
this
just gonna play with people at the airport?
I was going to
challenge people.
I was going to give it to the coffee shop like a couple blocks up and just be like, hey, if you want like to set this up or whatever, like I would just come and play for sure. I'm sure people would, you know?
Yeah.
I just wanted a place to like play random people.
Yeah,
it's like near the house, but I have not. I mean,
why don't you go to the park and play black dudes?
Do you need me to answer that?
No, I'm genuinely curious.
Because the way they play is like 3 minute, like really fast, really, and they just like shit talk you. I'm like not good enough to
look at
compete.
bitch ass motherfucking honky.
Yeah,
that was so bad. No black guy sounds like that.
My dick to your ass. Checkmate, motherfucker.
Yeah, I watch people just get fucking reamed by those dudes.
Yeah, they make they used to make like really good money doing that.
What happened to Eric Adams? Say they can't make as much money. What happened?
Probably. in another effort to stall. They no, people just play online now. Everyone just goes online.
Oh shit. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's like it's kind of been baked in that like you're gonna get your ass kicked and hustled by these guys.
Yeah.
Where like back in the day, it was kind of like that.
They're like pretending to be blind and stuff. You're like, this now. What's going on here?
Yeah, and he knows exactly how much time he has left. It's like, who is this guy?
Yeah. The ones at Washington Square Park are fucking. It looks like they're fucking. I don't know. I don't know if they're actually winning or what's going on, but I just see them moving and then taking money from people.
Yeah, that's their life. Imagine if your life was playing chess.
Yeah, that's kind of a beautiful idea.
Imagine if your life was.
It's a lot of stress though, because you could just lose all your money. Also.
Yeah.
Imagine
if your life was standing in front of a camera and going like this.
Spreading my pussy. What about
done for today?
You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to send dick pics to women, but spread the tip of my penis. Just spread the head.
Yeah. What do we do? Do we drop the ring down there?
Yeah, just maybe two two like action figures just opening it up. Or no, what about a
Just rescue heroes. Marine biology.
I'm gonna have a Playmobil on top of my penis, and his hands are riding it like it's an alligator, like he's got one hand on each side of it, just opening it up.
2 Lego hands. Like,
It would be funny if like a girl sent you like a picture of her pussy or whatever, and you send back a picture of you with a clothespin on your nose. Nope.
Just number blocked after that. Some things are worth losing pussy for a phenomenal prank. I think
Yeah.
everything is worth.
That's like the only use of like one of those wooden clothespins
Yeah, so it
has
smells
now
in here.
is
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
to tell someone they smell. Yeah.
Or I guess if you just live in Europe, people just don't have dryers for some retarded European reason.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, we don't do that here. We hang them on the thing.
Yeah. Instead, we like these big, oversized wooden pieces of shit.
What's this? Can you update me on that?
No, listen.
you're like the Bitmeister, Patty. What was that?
I don't know. You guys can't look at me like that after.
How do you guys dry your clothes? Big pieces of shit.
I feel like they think it adds culture by having like a clothesline with a bunch of stuff on there and like a fat Italian woman like screaming, singing a song.
Yeah. That's like every scene of a movie where someone gets like assassinated.
Oh my God, yeah. It's just like
they pull it down and there's a guy, then they run away, and then the guy's like in their house.
yeah. Yeah. Or like, I don't know why I think of Taken when I think of, I don't know if that even happens in Taken. I just picture Liam Neeson like running down a cobblestone road and then you see like all these clothes going down there and you shoot at somebody.
Yeah, it is a very European thing.
Yeah, yeah. I like how much of a pee-pee pants he is. That really makes me giggle.
Who?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is just
He
pissing.
pisses his pants.
Just constantly, dude. He
But
is,
he pisses his pants like the old man way of like I think he pees and then puts his dick away.
and just
And then
pisses.
just more pee comes out.
Dude, they're drenched
But it's a lot.
pictures.
It's
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
a lot though.
Dude, it is. Yeah, it's literally insane.
That's crazy. That's like next level non-stage fright where your dick just starts peeing before you even get there. For me, it takes me about 30 seconds of hard focus.
Come at the
Dude,
urinal for sure.
look at how much piss. He's just talking to an interviewer.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, dude.
Yeah, he's also a big drinker, so I think he's just drunk and peeing his pants. And
I was saying to Jake the other day, we were talking about Russell Crowe, and I guess he does this method of drinking where he gets a bucket and he fills it with ice and vodka and Mio and then water. He like adds water to it because he's like, I gotta stay hydrated. And he just sits at a bucket and just drinks.
dude, like a straw, or does he just drink from the bucket?
I don't know. I'd imagine like a tube of some sort, like
Dude,
a
I
gasoline.
love how we
siphon.
just slowly realize over time how fucking insane every single actor is. Like they're all
Yeah.
completely. The Steven Seagal thing is my favorite. Have you seen the interview of him talking about? They have a compilation of him talking about what his heritage is, and some guy tries to map it out. He's like, "Yeah, well, my mom's actually Chinese." He goes, "Well, my dad is from the Philippines. My dad, mostly Russian on my dad's side. I'm Irish, definitely Irish, a little bit of Puerto Rican." And he says like 20 different races.
and 5% Seagull.
Dude, his rap song is still the fucking best.
Does he? Oh,
He has a Jamaican. It's like he's like me want to put 999. It's fucking amazing. He's too good.
Why does he feel the need to do that?
He doesn't stop doing anything, dude. Isn't he like a cop in like some city?
He is a cop, I think, now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All cops are bad, really?
Well, I think he definitely is bad. I think even Alan would say that he's bad.
Oh yeah. I think he owes like the mob some crazy amount of money. That's like why he did like all these like terrible movies.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of bad, we were talking about Donald Trump. I guess he you know that
nice
guy?
segue. Yeah. He was.
There was like this Navy SEAL named
Oh yeah, we were like looking up just American war crimes, like crimes that like Marines or Navy SEAls committed, and Donald Trump has pardoned like a lot of them.
Support all
Guys
of
that
them.
just like murdered kids on
I'm
purpose.
100% on board, dude. You wear an American flag, you do what you want. That's
There's
what
a
I always
guy
say.
named Eddie Gallagher who recently like retired.
Did he smash foreign children with a giant hammer?
Dude, he would literally like shoot up villages of people like that there was no enemies in. Like it was just casualties.
Jesus Christ.
He would just light up casualties and like go out. And
Casualty. First, I will say that's a very weird word because it sounds very relaxing. It's like we're just doing some casualties.
Yeah.
Nothing serious.
Yeah, it's just casual.
It's just casual. Nothing too formal. Just casualties over here.
And there was this one time where they got this guy who was like either ISIS or whatever, Bukkake, whatever the bad thing is at that time. And they brought him in and they were going to like question him and interrogate him to find out where like bases were or whatever. And they were all standing around him and he was like tied up. And Eddie Gallagher walks into the room and just takes out his like caber knife and just slices the guy's throat in front of everyone. And they're all like, dude.
The guy had serious information. Yeah, but isn't this knife cool?
Yeah, and he's like, fuck. And then he like took pictures holding the guy's head and stuff. It was like,
Yeah, and he like sent him around.
yeah, he was like
Look
bragging
like it.
about it. It was,
They like to do that, dude. I knew a guy one time in the army. He just showed me videos of him blowing things up, and I'm like, I'm not going to ask any questions. I don't think this is cool.
I've witnessed murder now.
Yeah. I mean, it's far away murder. You're like, oh, I'm just watching something blow up, but you're like, I don't know. There's a little lost Iranian orphan or something in there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe one of those kids would have like been a great Rocket League player or something.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Or rocket launcher.
Yeah, it was funny too. I was watching Iron Man last night, and it was like, for which I don't know why, dude. I'm just like, let me just watch something to put me to bed. I'm like, also Tony Stark. I will say this: Tony Stark is just the most I hate to be like
He's going to be Dr. Doom now.
I know
They're recycling him. Is there not more actors?
Yeah. There's some guy, and he's just like, yeah, I know I could do every role. And you're like, there's some like starving person that would be great, maybe as
It
Dr.
should
Doom.
be
Maybe
all
not.
autistic kids.
Yeah, 100%. The guys that want to.
The guys that are they already think they're that character.
Yeah. From the Fantastic Four. They got to deal with temper tantrums on set of the movie. The guy's
Yeah.
mom's got to get him off every.
And there's an autistic Hulk one, but when he gets really mad, he just becomes Down syndrome and starts swinging.
That's a fun idea. Send
is
it over to
fun.
Kevin Feige. Is that his name?
The guy who does the movies.
There's some guy who always just comes out. He's a bald guy who's like, the new Marvel.
The new Marvel.
The next 10 movies, they're going to be great. They're going to be perfect. You're going to love them.
Anyway, you were watching Iron Man.
Yeah, I was watching Iron Man. And it was funny, too, because immediately I just forgot that, like, every movie from 2001 to, like, 2010 was like, if there's a brown guy in it, that's the bad guy. You're
Yeah.
like, that is, if you're wondering who the villain is, the brown guy is the villain.
Yeah, and the best is when they try to hide it.
Yeah,
There's like a twist at the end where it's like, and it was the brown guy the whole time. And your mom is there, and she's like, I knew it.
There was something about him.
I knew it was gonna be him.
It felt kind of post 9/11. Yeah, that was like I don't know. They say like all those movies were just war propaganda, basically.
Yeah, I feel like Captain America might have been a little bit. Anytime there's like guns and like people like soldiers, I'm in. I like want to join.
Well, that's the dumbest argument people make. I love when people are like, they're like, yeah, Hollywood is so anti-gun, but their movies are people shooting at each other. It's like, yeah, because they're movies, you fucking retard. It's like, what? They're so anti the Joker, and the next thing you know, they're putting a movie where a guy puts face paint on. It's like, I do not understand that you could be against something in real life and for it.
Yeah.
That is something I'm excited about, though, the Joaquin coming back, because I love that they're just doing a musical. Isn't that fun?
It's a musical?
It's a musical, dude.
God damn it.
Off the rails, dude. I like that.
God damn it, dude. Every time there's a musical, I get mad.
Yeah. What if they redid Tenacious D? And what if they got back together after
That's true. Tenacious D is good. Every other one, like, it just, as soon as they start singing, I'm like, you could have just like shot
I agree
a guy.
completely.
Yeah.
I've always said this: the most Joker thing to do is just to make a terrible music. Like that is in the spirit of the Joker. Just make a terrible music video. They should make it claymate. They should do something that's just like, why did they do? Because that's the most chaotic thing.
It's also the
could
most
do.
like Joaquin Phoenix thing.
Yeah.
Just to be like, what if we made it weird? What if everything was weird?
What if it was bad? What if we made this movie bad?
So bad that it's weird. And so weird that it's bad again. Which is good. And they're like, you got it.
Every time
Whatever
he
you
accepts
want.
an award, I was like, was he raped by like 5 executives before he walks up there? He seems every time he gets on stage, he looks like he's just like, oh, thank you. I'm like, can somebody get some life into this guy? It's kind of sad. I'm like, this is a happy
Drinking
moment.
enough water?
Yeah. He's like constantly just method acting for the joke. I don't know. I feel like he's just so.
He's just playing a role as like I'm an artist guy.
Yeah.
When he's off camera, he's like you. He's like a party animal. He's just right off stage, and he's just like, "What's up, mother? Oh shit, that's my name. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys are so nice. The next one's gonna be bad. The musical, it's bad.
It's bad. You guys are gonna hate it. Everyone's crying.
Just
standing up.
clapping. I'm gonna hate it so much.
Jimmy Fallon's like, it's Joaquin Phoenix from the ashes, Phoenix.
I love when I found out that guy was just a drunk.
Yeah, no,
that-
Jimmy Fallon's the man.
Yeah, he's the one I actually like. Like, I don't know. People like Kimmel is just the least likable guy I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I think this people just don't even they shouldn't make late night anymore.
I don't know. You get in the
Yeah.
back of a cab though, and you're fucking wasted, and you're like, "Oh my god, are they going to interview somebody?"
Yeah, it
that's
should
puppy dog?
just be in the cab though.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm in the cab, anything that's on, they'll show me like people that are just walking through properties in Manhattan, and I'm like, this is the best show ever.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
You're like,
It wasn't in the cab though. It's all the hosts are like no charisma or anything.
Yeah.
They're like, today we're gonna try soul food, heart of New York, and you're
dude,
like,
there used to be
amazing.
like when I would go to work, there would be this gas station that had those like TVs on it that would just play, and every time I went, like I'd pull in, take the nozzle out and start like squeezing it, and then it starts, and it would be like the most horrific like stories every time. It's like 3 babies were murdered in a river by a vampire. I'm like, "Ah."
2 babies are dead in a murder suicide.
Goo goo, gaga. and then, but it's like 8 a.m. I'm like, fuck. I just gotta like. You would think they would give news like there's a new type of cheese coming out. You know, I'm like, ooh,
yeah, that does sound fun. I always like the TVs in the movie.
parrot cheese. Sounds tropical.
I like the movies that are always on display in the TVs when there's like a homeless guy walking by. When they have to, there's like a natural disaster going on in the movie, and then there's always a TV in like a window of a place.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a TV in a window of a place. Is that a thing?
It used to be more popular.
Oh, okay.
Like at a TV store.
Yeah, but they don't need to do that to like sell TVs anymore.
No.
yeah, they just sell them to you on the internet.
They just got to tell you you're gay if you don't have one. Cha-ching.
Yeah, I remember when plasma screen was the thing.
Yeah, it's like, what is plasma?
Yeah,
They're
it just
using
sounds-
Yeah,
technology from Alien Covenant
Yeah, they use the blood platelets of people
for me to
Blood
watch
plasma.
Nickelodeon.
when I was like a kid, I remember I did before I understood like what marketing was, like how it worked. Anytime my dad would like buy a new TV, whatever it said on it, I thought was like the next step in TV tech.
Yeah.
Like he bought a TV that said it was like aqua clear picture, and I was like, how did they even get that clear? That's crazy.
What's more clear than water?
What's more clear than the dirty ocean?
Were you guys like a swim with your eyes open guys?
Just to
or-
prove to myself I could do it. I like to challenge myself.
You just proved to
Yeah.
yourself?
No, just to prove. Like in the
Oh.
ocean, like I would get my eyes adapted to salt because it stings your eyes unless you go down and open them in there, and then you get used to it.
Yeah.
And then you tell all your friends, you'd be like, "What are you fucking too scared to open your goddamn eyes in the ocean?"
Yeah, and then
Chicken.
your face is just beat red. You're like, what are you guys all pussies?
Eyes are just so bloodshot.
That was so much of like being a kid.
I'm like Aqua guy.
I used to let people punch me in the stomach to show how strong I was. Like I'd have the toughest guys. just-
Like Houdini.
all the time. And I was like, I don't need abs because I just got kind of fat because I would drink a lot of milkshakes and stuff like that. So people would just punch my stomach because there was like a layer of fat that I had. And I remember just telling everybody, I was like, anybody in this fucking school can punch me in the stomach, and all the toughest kids would do it. And
You're lucky you didn't develop an indent.
I probably have serious stomach. I mean, a kid's stomach. It's just because, like, I was like in 6th grade. I was having like 8th graders punch me in the stomach. So, like, some of those
Yeah.
8th graders were, Hispanic and went through puberty like 5 years before. So like I'm having a grown Hispanic man punch me in the stomach when I'm like a 12-year-old kid. And
That's like a completely different. I don't like if you're like a 6th grader going up to the oldest kid in middle school and being like, just fucking punch me.
yeah.
I don't know. That's a different thing. Yeah.
I agree. It's a different kind of strong, and I'm a very tough man. That's what you're getting at. I completely look. You don't even have to finish that sentence. I get it. I'm a tough guy. You know what I don't get scared at? Scary movies. That's the kind of thing that doesn't terrify me.
Well, I mean, do you think the toughest guy would punch that kid, or would
the
toughest guy be like, I mean, no, you're a kid.
Too tough.
I'm too tough.
Nah, dude.
Unfair.
Tough guys punch me, man.
I got punched by a tough guy.
That makes me a tough guy. I got punched by a tough guy.
Michael's like, I would go up to the oldest guy in senior
It's like
class
a small Indian kid, and I'm like, do it.
and be like, put your dick in my mouth right now.
That's me in prison. You go up to the biggest guy in the
Suck
yard.
his dick.
Fuck me in front of all these prisoners.
Just because I drank all those milkshakes doesn't mean I can't suck the shit out of your dick.
Oh, you think I need abs to suck your dick?
Oh man.
I knew this one kid. I remember I was friends with this one kid, and he was talking to me about how much he wants to go to prison. It was like in 9th grade. We're just in like it was like a study hall class. You guys ever had one of those? It was like an organizational class where they're just.
Did he have like family in prison?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and he's like, bro, I want to be with my dad. I was like, I remember just being like, you're gonna get raped. Everybody gets raped in prison, and he's like, not my dad, bro. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna argue because you're a tough guy. It's like maybe not. Apparently, it's a mixed thing. But
Can you imagine walking into prison with a big smile on your face? You're like, I'm here to see my dad.
I'm your daddy today.
Say, Dad, I'm here to hang out with you. And he's like, come on. You could have just
you don't even
visited.
have a swastika. You're not gonna fit in. You're gonna embarrass me in front of my friends.
Yeah, we had a couple kids like those who's just like everybody. There was one kid who's every family member he had was like either dead or in jail. And it's just like, yeah, like it's not going to end up good for a guy like that.
I think the guy's actually doing well though. He's got some sick tattoos. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
That's good.
He's probably listening right now.
He's good. Just tattoos of big money signs. I think he's pretty wealthy.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty well. He wouldn't get that on his body. If it
Every picture of him is holding cash, so he has to be doing it.
It's a tattoo, Declaration of Independence on his side. I think he's like running for office. Or something. Clearly loves the law.
Do you ever like? I will say this.
Imagine if Trump at the debate just ripped open his shirt and the Declaration of Independence was
That would be so fucking sick. Wait, are they re-debating with Kamala?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. That'll be interesting. That's exciting. They're always fun. I don't know
Debates are fun, yeah.
because I'm fully out, so I'm like, oh, this is fun to
They're
watch.
always so bad.
yeah.
There's never been a debate where I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone, I'm like, I mean, I guess. Like,
Oh, the one thing I did want to say that I have seen somebody showing their money, like a super hood guy showing his money on Instagram, and I actually counted, and I go, that is actually significantly more money than I have. I'm like, I know this is just a guy flexing hundreds, but I'm like, that is in that picture, that is way more money than I have. Yeah,
that is my net worth.
yeah.
in his hands.
Yeah. But we were talking debates. Yeah, I don't know. I think who cares about that?
I want to watch
Talk
the
about prison,
vice
dude.
presidential one. Who's Kamala's vice guy? Vice
I don't
lady?
think she's selected.
It could be you. Could be me.
Could be any of us.
Could be any of us.
What if it's like Toby Maguire?
Oh, that'd be so sick.
And he's just up there like they ask him a question. He doesn't.
Like, I thought you were putting me in a movie. I haven't been in a movie in 15 years.
Yeah, he's just not a good actor. My favorite, I like my favorites. They have these bad Spider-Man ones where they'll clip like Aunt May talking, and she's like, "Peter, I hope you're having a lovely day," and they'll mix it with brothers. He's like, "You fucking whore! I fucking hate you!" And she starts like crying because it's clipped from like a different scene.
It's so weird when a child act like Tobey Maguire as a young man was like such a famous actor, and then it's like if you don't like become like the same thing happened with Haley Joel Osment. You're like you're not like a man now.
Yeah.
You just look like an old boy. It's just fucking like weird.
And
to
they
look
already
at you.
made that movie.
Yeah, dude, I
It's just
remember.
like hard to watch them do anything.
Yeah.
I remember being so. I saw Brothers, and then I was in college. I was taking so much Adderall that I thought Trump was going to put us into a war. I was completely losing my mind in college, and I there's like 3 years of like probably moments of genuine psychosis.
I feel like also just being in college, like college is a very anti-Republican environment.
Yeah, well, I was just like, dude, they're bringing the draft back, and I was on Adderall. And I'm like, but my brother's flat-footed, so he's not gonna go, and then he's gonna fucking bang my girlfriend. I created this whole scenario, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, why did Trump have to get elected? Now my flat-footed brother is gonna be
dude,
fucking my
I
girlfriend."
mean, dude, if they brought the draft back, the shit that could get you out of it now, like the list would be way longer than it was in like Vietnam. You could just be like, I have trauma or something.
yeah.
I'm sure they would add a whole bunch of shit like that.
Yeah. Well, like you wouldn't have to shoot yourself in the toe anymore.
No, or like jump off a bridge and keep your knees locked. That's people used to do that in Vietnam
Oh, really?
to like break both their legs so they wouldn't have to go to Vietnam.
Why don't you just kiss a dude?
Why don't you
That's
just,
how homophobic
why don't
people
you
were.
just-
They're like, dude, I'm gonna break both my legs before kissing a guy.
Yeah, why
That's
don't
how
you just
Lenny
run the
Bruce
risk?
got out of the military. He just started like cross dressing,
Oh, really?
and they kicked him out of the military. And he was like, "Why doesn't everyone do this?
Yeah, that
this
is
is
awesome.
the easiest way to not be in the military."
Maybe we would have won the Vietnam War if Lenny Bruce was there to like liven up the
to
troops.
bore everyone to death.
Yeah, what is that here? His whole thing was he just call people different racial slurs, but he's like, "But I'm a Mick, honky, whatever," and he'd be like, "Aren't we all even?" Like, there's that one video of him. It's like he's like,
You fucking beep, 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 beep. Hey, Lenny Bruce.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
the
I'm
first
a
man to do comedy. I invented the joke.
The first man to talk in a microphone.
I was trying to
I guess
look
it's
up like,
funny.
who are the best public speakers ever, because I don't know if I love stand up as much as public
what about
speaking.
the best
I
private
100%
speakers?
agree.
Wait, what was that?
The best private speakers. The guy's like, no, he's really bad in crowds, but just you get one on one with this politician. He's fucking lovely.
Your pussy looks amazing.
He's so good at that.
But you agree with the public speaking is interesting.
Good, yeah, like a good speaker
Yeah.
is way more interesting than a stand-up comedian.
Now that we've done comedy, I think.
Who,
Yeah.
like, could you give me like an example?
Like
You watch a great commencement speech for a
Oh
college.
my god, dude! Yeah,
it
yeah.
can be really good.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey has one. And he's like, my dad was shot by 10 wolves, and I was like, I had no money, but then I decided to act, and that was a better life.
Yeah.
He has one where I do love people who
10
made it
wolves.
with insane. Yeah, his dad was shot by 10 wolves.
That's how did he overcome that?
His dad did not. His dad died, but he
Yeah.
overcame his dad being. Well, he actually did
Putting
exposure
on the
therapy where
mask.
he put a gun in a wolf's hand and put it to his temple and said, "I'm not afraid of you anymore, you fucking wolf."
Yeah,
Go
Louis
get
had
9
one.
of your friends and then we'll talk.
Yeah. But the Louis has a commencement speech.
It's like an award.
Oh, the one for
recognition.
Carlin's great.
Yeah.
No, but I agree. But like, it is very funny when people who are naturally insane, like Jim Carrey, is different than like Louis C.K. is a perfect example of somebody who's not naturally insanely talented. I
Yeah.
think he's a smart guy who's brilliant, but he worked really hard at stand up. Like Jim Carrey, like going to a college and being like, "You guys can all be silly people."
Yeah.
It's like you can. I'm like, no. You are like insanely like naturally talented. You can't just like influence this whole college to do what they want to.
Yeah.
But to be fair, half the people will do like whatever they want to do for like 3 years and then quit, and then the other half will like stick to their dreams or whatever.
Yeah. That's life.
Yeah. But Louis at Carlin's is fucking incredible.
Yeah, the Russian story about like
That's a different
That's
thing.
Oh,
different.
that's
one,
a different.
yeah.
I'm thinking of that one.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
would
great
listen
one.
to the Louis one before I start. I'm like, I'm such a fucking comedian. Just like look in the mirror, like driving a car, like an open mic with 6 people at like a Margaritaville bar in Florida. I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking comic. Like I fucking tell it how it is.
I didn't choose this life.
It shows me.
Nothing I can do but be the best there ever was.
Yeah. Dude, I was so lame when I first got into stand up. I remember just being like, dude, fucking philosopher, dude. I just like I'm a tell it how it is.
Yeah. I was lucky because like where I started, I was like, oh, nobody is gonna make it here. Like, because I was in upstate New York, I was like, oh, nobody's like a lot of these people are old and they're not gonna leave this town. Like, so I was like, okay. So when I started, it was kind of just like fun and games, like just like meeting people, hanging out. And then when I got to New York and like stopped bombing, then I was like, yeah, this is. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, when I started, it was similar, right? Like by the time I did my first open mic, I was like, "Oh, this is just something people identify with." It's not the 99% of people. It never becomes anything for them, but they just like talk about it like it's who they are because it makes them feel good.
Right?
Yeah.
My first one was in Orlando. And I remember I called my dad crying the next day. I was like, "This is what I want to do for the rest of my life." I was like, "This is I love it so much."
That's so funny because I called Did you bomb?
No, I crushed my first 3 sets because I brought all my friends out, and I thought I was so good at stand up. And then my 4th one, I brought no friends. And it was just at this pool bar where like nobody was listening, and I was like, my mom got my dick pics through the iCloud, and be like, just no, I bombed so fucking hard. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop bringing my friends out because like it's clearly like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my first time I did well. And I probably did like 3 minutes or something like that, but it was like a music open mic, and I just did comedy. And I was like, this is my first time, and like they like laughed because I was like trying and whatever. And then I went back 2 weeks later, and I ate so much shit. I walked like between 12 and 15 people.
Oh my God.
In like a 5-minute set. Like, and they had to walk like past me. It was one of those stages that's like right next to the door. So I'm just like watching. I'm like, oh no. And I got off stage and I called my mom and I was like, I want to do comedy. Like, this is so much fun. It made me like so happy that people were so upset and laughed. I was like, oh, that was cool.
That is awesome. Do you remember some of your first? I remember my first jokes very well. I had the hackiest joke about putting my dick by like the Empire State Building to like make it look bigger. Then I had one where I was like, my girlfriend wants me to reenact the porn she watches. I want to look like the guys in the videos, but I'm not comfortable doing blackface. And it was just like, and I came to New York and like 19 people had that joke, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm not a comedic genius.
Yeah, I did I don't remember the first set. I remember the second set. I did this whole thing about the 10,000 hours and be like, I guess I'm a professional at taking a shit, but I'm not a professional at wiping my ass. Like, something like
That's pretty funny.
That is funny. That's better than, dude, I had the worst Anne Frank joke. I was like, I bet Anne Frank's... I remember I did this at open mic one time, and this is the worst set of my whole entire life. I still remember this so clearly. There's a place called the Falcon in Orlando, and it was a music open mic, and they give you like 15 minutes or something insane like that. And I get on stage, and I'm like, I bet Anne Frank's clitoris was hard to find. And I go for the microphone, and I try to touch it, and the microphone stand just falls over, and somebody just goes, Jesus Christ. And dude, I was
that's like not a terrible joke, but the mic.
It's a terrible joke. Well, then I was like, because Anne Frank was hard to find.
Yeah, I like that joke.
Clitoris. And then I reach, and then the microphone falls over like 3 more times, and like there's something with the legs that were fucked up and just kept falling down.
Yeah, was it the ones that like if you lift up the legs just go straight and then it's like an octopus thing? I'm like,
it was terrible.
Fuck is this thing?
And people were just having such a bad time. I watched people, and then I left the stage. And then the host of the open mic got so mad at me. He's like, "You fucking never leave the stage empty. Do you understand me? You never do that." And I was just like, "I'm sorry, man." And then he was bragging outside about how he's used every slur on stage. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I've said every fucking word, dude. I've said the N word. I've said fag. I've said everything, bro. I don't even care, dude."
Oh man, we didn't have a lot of like slurs where I started. Like I remember I used one time, and everyone was like, "Don't do that." I was like, it's comedy, dude.
You used the one?
You can't stop me. I didn't use the one.
Yeah, I've seen the one used a couple times. I've never once seen it used good at all.
Yeah, it's not
the funniest though is
bag.
I've said this before, but I love when you're at like a show. I've said this too many times, but you hear the N word and you think it's a white guy on stage. You turn around, it's just like a really nerdy black guy, and you're like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Thought we were going to split the room based on race and the whole fight. I guess I have to defend every white guy.
Yeah. I starting out was a lot of fun. Like I would have to drive to like Saratoga and stuff.
Yeah.
And do mics, but there was like this cigar shop in Saratoga,
I've been there.
Oh, you know the shop? It's pretty sweet. Like you just
cool,
sitting
yeah.
there and they have like a baseball game on and stuff. So I'd like go and do the mic, and it was always like a hot room. It was a really good. Have you done stand up there?
No.
It's like what is it called? I don't remember. But yeah, and then I would just go and smoke a cigar, and I was like, yeah, baby, I'm Bill Burr.
Yeah. Dude, I remember me and Carney, because me and Dan Carney started together. We do like there was one mic that was fucking sick. It was on campus, basically in like it was like comedy night at Club Down Under. It was like on the college campus. There was like probably like 100 people that would watch, and then we would kill at that open mic, and then just go out to like bars and be like, dude, we're fucking stars in this town. And just get fucking wasted. And I'd bring my girlfriend out, and she'd be so fucking embarrassed, dude, because I'd have these jokes about how like, yeah, I like watching fart porn because you can come and laugh at the same time, and then like some dumb thing like that, and then all of her friends are like sitting there with her, and she's just like clearly so embarrassed, and I'm like, I'm fucking awesome.
I'd never brought anyone I knew to any open mic, or like the first show I did was a bringer, and so I had to. But before that or after that, I always discouraged people I knew from coming.
Do you remember the Steve Aarons bringers?
Oh yeah,
Dude, this guy
was horrible.
He told me I was very good at comedy.
Yeah, that happened to me. I moved
Me
to
too.
The first show I
Told
do.
me a-
So I don't think listeners know. Bringers like you can, if you're an open micer, you can bring people out and then you can perform, or some auditions. Like you could be a full time, but if you just some places you can only audition, you bring people. But this guy would just no actual plug into the club at all. He was just this small gay old Jewish man,
ripped.
you just jacked out of his
Absolutely
mind,
jacked.
and he'd be like, "Could you do a good Steve? I can't do a good Steve."
I don't remember what he sounds like.
He would be like,
I always picture him being like, "Hey, boss,
No.
you were pretty great up there.
Yeah.
Do you want to work this club again?"
Yeah. Well, the funniest thing he'd pull you aside and he'd bring you into the kitchen of Greenwich Village, be like, "Hey," he's like, "I think you're really talented. How'd you like to do a show at Broadway Comedy Club? You just got to bring some people." And you'd be like, "Yeah." And I remember I brought like 6 people, and then I had a great set, and he's like, "You're gonna be a star, I can tell." And I was like, "Fuck yes, dude." And then I hear him say it to 5 different people.
Yeah, he says
"You're
it
gonna
to
be a star,"
everyone.
and I was like, "God damn it!" And then he kept talking me into it. He'd be like, "I already got you signed up for 2 weeks from now. All you gotta do is, this time you got to bring 5 people." Not as big of a deal.
I went up
Yeah.
after Denim DeMac at one of those, and I remember like Denim, like he had like a good set, but it was like really up and down. It was like kind of crazy. And then I went up after, and after I got off, people were like, "Did you see what Denim did like on stage?" And everyone was like, and I was like, "No." And he was like, "Yeah, he went up without shoes on, and he had a shoe box, and he was asking everyone to guess what was in the
That is so
in the
fucking funny.
shoebox."
That is the best bit I've ever fucking heard.
Dude, he would do like really funny stuff like that, like just really funny random like.
Bet you don't know what's in the shoebox.
And one day he just like went up on stage and just started singing like the jingles from like different like restaurants and stuff, and like laying on the floor like singing and running into the audience. I'm like, this dude rules. I love
He is really. I gotta get him on the pod.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
He's a funny guy. Yeah, yeah. There was. Yeah, that's about all on that. that's all I have to say about that.
Whew,
You guys
it's getting
seen any-
toasty in here.
Yeah, you guys seen any scary movies since I left town?
Did we see a scary
I saw my
movie?
first. That was my first scary movie I've seen in theaters since Paranormal Activity.
Wow.
Yeah, or I saw Nope in theaters. But that doesn't really count. It's not really.
Yeah, that's not too scary.
I was
Talking about long legs.
long legs,
We
and then
saw Long
I went
Legs.
into the woods with my family afterwards. And dude, there was literally a doll in the house I was staying. Like, I'm not.
Jesus,
I
dude.
almost took a picture of it, but the fucking. I left my phone.
You almost took a picture of it, but you're too busy murdering your family. It's a long legs joke.
yeah. But
Pause the podcast. Watch the movie Long Legs.
now hop back in, okay? Now that you've seen Long Legs, you're gonna get all these. But it's deep in the woods, and like the house I was staying in didn't have one, but we went to a house like on the same property, so like probably like I don't know what would be equivalent to 2 blocks away, and like literally identical to the ones in the movie, like a doll like this tall. And I was like,
We should have gotten one of those when he was away.
oh my god,
Put it
dude.
in his room.
You're like, dude, guess what this nun dropped off?
Oh my god.
Feeling kind of itchy.
Yeah.
Kind of murdery. Patty, can you help me in the kitchen?
That is a
Sure, Jake. And then I'll stay in the kid. What did they say? Like,
And then I'll murder Mike. No, or something. And then I'll or something with Michael.
Dude, the fucking that would be a good symptom in a horror movie. Like the first thing you feel is an itch. You feel itchy because everybody like I don't even know if I have poison ivy right now or if I'm just fucking itchy.
Yeah, I'm always itchy.
Yeah, especially if somebody like mentions it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I am fucking.
Damn.
When I take my stockings off after a long day,
That'd be a good horror movie, The Itchy. And you just keep getting itchier and itchier.
That's just crystal meth
chill.
the movie.
I'm so itchy.
put some cream on it.
What are you, crazy?
Apparently, it feels really good to do crystal meth and scratch your
And just
scabs.
itch around. Itching does feel really good.
Yeah.
That's why they refer to good things about as scratching that itch. I think. Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you, I'll get my thighs going, and it's like I can't stop once I get it going. It's like a dog when you hit that spot right above the tail, and
because there's so much surface area, you can just like.
Yeah.
Oh,
I might
so
get a
good.
post, like a big scratching post.
Oh, that's a good
fucking,
idea.
you're like when you get like an itchy asshole, you scratch your asshole.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah.
How do you
Forget
get
it.
in there? Do you go?
You finger your butthole. Dude,
But do you go with do you put the finger in, or is there underwear in the way?
Well, I sharpen my nails first
And you start spinning it.
into a corkscrew.
Dude, that happened to me recently. I think I was like out doing I had like 2 shows that night. So I was like, I'm going to be out for a while and I'm just going to have the itchiest fucking. And you basically have to like finger your butthole with your underwear.
Yeah.
It's the worst fucking thing.
I'm just imagining my asshole security detail shooting me on sight because I scratch my own ass. Yeah.
And I don't like that the answer to that is that there's just shit on your asshole that was not wiped good
I
enough.
know,
'Cause
dude.
I don't know what my asshole's somehow getting deeper or something. Like it's harder.
Wow, that's because you're getting smarter. You're developing as a human. Your asshole
It gets deeper. Dude, so I used to be able to wipe my asshole, and it was like that's just a clean asshole. Now I'm like,
I think it's like your cheeks are getting bigger, which is also a very nice thing.
I'm getting thicker cheeks.
Yeah,
I'm becoming a saucier boy.
Because when your cheeks get bigger, then it becomes like an exploration to get.
Maybe
in
that's
there.
what's happening because it used to be like I'd wipe my ass, or I think maybe it's just the shits I'm taking because I'm taking in so much protein and creatine.
Yeah.
It's like, people call them permanent marker shits where you just keep wiping and it's just
Yeah, like Kim Kardashian would have to use like a pillow to wipe that thing.
yeah, that is crazy.
Could you imagine that? It's like washing a window. All cheeks, because her cheeks are so close together. So when she shits, she just shits like a
Yeah.
fax machine. Just like
She has a butler that wipes her asshole though, for sure.
butler. Yeah.
Yeah, an assler.
The crackler.
He just wipes her butler. Thank you, Mrs. Kim. Yeah, I like to think everybody's as gross as me. That makes me feel good.
I just had to take a big.
I know,
hug.
and you were
so
really
late.
carrying this thing, and then you hit the vape, and it's all over.
It's all right, dude. Nobody listens.
I
Nobody
like-
listens past this far.
Well, my feet are now that my feet are out, but
Oh, that's true, dude.
people are listening. There's somebody commented we're all in here for the same reasons, smiley face, and I'm like, because you like my content. Yeah, but it was nice. I don't know. I loved just going out in the woods. It is nice. I disguise drinking a bunch with family time. I'm like, this isn't boozing. This is like spending quality time. But I'm just getting wasted with my family.
I think it is good to get drunk as a family, though.
Yeah, it's great, dude. We went down. We have like a swimming hole, so we like went there, drank there. We watched Shrek, and every time you watch that movie, you're like,
Dude,
holy
it
fuck!
gets better and better.
Yeah,
That movie they like tapped into something incredible.
How do we not know who made Shrek? That guy's name should be known.
Yeah.
Because it's like you watch that movie and you're just like, yes! You're like, this is the fucking best movie.
It's so funny. It's so heartwarming. Like the story is interesting.
My fucking favorite part is they judge me before they even get to know me. And you're just like, damn, dude.
Judge me before they get to know me.
Yeah.
Goddamn, Shrek. How many times you got to wipe that ass? Donkey. I don't know where to go with this bit. Donkey.
Yeah, then there was, I'm glad, he's so much better than Chris Farley. You ever listen to Chris Farley ones and you're like, this
No,
kinda
I like
sucked.
don't want to. I almost like Chris Farley is like disappearing in my. Like
I
he's been
didn't
dead
like-
so long.
I think
he's almost
insanely
gone.
talented, but I never liked him as much as people liked him. But I guess
Yeah.
he was dead before I knew, so I didn't get to like.
Oh man, watching like best of Chris Farley on SNL, it's so good.
It's insane. Yeah.
I had like a DVD of all those sketches when I was a kid. I don't think any SNL anything has made me laugh that hard.
You know what is
Yeah.
really funny though? The people that talk about the Chippendale sketch and they're like, "That's what broke him." And I'm like, "Come on,
Oh yeah,
dude."
that's like his worst sketch too.
Yeah, it's just
not
him
even
dancing
funny.
as a fat guy. People are like, "This is why he turned to the heroin." And you're like, "Okay, chill."
Someone said that was like his idea. That sketch.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's just like, I could see the look. It broke him, and I'm like, really dancing like a fat fun guy? Like that's. I don't see how that's fucking.
He would like run down the street like without any clothes on and
That's
just be like screaming and parading around, and like everyone would be like, "This guy is the most fun."
Yeah.
He's just an orb of laughter drifting
Yeah.
through the universe.
Dude, to fucking drink with that guy had to be phenomenal.
Make sure you write that quote down if you're listening.
I like
Orb of laughter drifting through the universe.
write that on Paddy's tombstone. I love the his family was like they're like everybody of SNL came to his family. They're like, he needs to get sober, and they're like, no. They were just like, no, we're a drinking family. It's what we
Yeah,
do.
they drink, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fucking Midwest, right? Isn't that like a thing there?
Yeah.
Everybody's just proud of their
It's just
drinking.
like jolly Irish people. Like
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
family, just big fat jolly Irish people.
Except Kevin. He wasn't all that jolly.
Well, your brother dies. That's what happens.
Yeah, I guess so. Your brother dies, and you have to take all his stage time. He's like in debt from stage time. He like owes hours to the stage that his brother couldn't pay.
Now his brother has to reluctantly do the Chippendale sketch. Lauren's like, Lauren Michael, like, take your shirt off. He's just crying, dancing, rubbing himself.
I'm not even this guy.
Trying to just be a good dancer.
Do I? I shook when I should have shimmied.
He died so bad. What didn't he? Wasn't it? It was. He died speedballing, right? With a hooker or something like badass like that.
Yeah. It's speedballing is heroin and cocaine.
Yeah, but I think he did. I think it was like. I think it was perks and coke, which is it's like a kind of a.
I think he like been awake for a few days, just doing all that stuff.
How did Farley die? Please cut this dead airtime, Paxton.
Paxton, don't cut it. I swear to God.
Cocaine and morphine, so it's not.
Oh my God.
Dude, that's so awesome.
That's like insane. That's like hard to
You know,
even
Motley
coordinate.
Crue's playing. He's just fat as fuck, just banging a hooker, just having
Yeah,
a fucking.
just like donuts everywhere.
oh yeah,
Hookers and donuts and speedball. God damn.
yeah. I refuse to believe that is completely empty. There's a little bit of like living on the edge now that you got to be like. There's got to be some part of you that's like like you do that every day, it becomes a problem. But the first time you do cocaine, morphine, fucking a hooker in a hotel, there's got to be that. God damn, I am.
Well, the first time you do, that's why you keep doing it until it kills you.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
because
good-
Yeah.
the first time you're like, this is great.
yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. Yeah,
Yeah. I feel that way when I eat like peanut butter pandemonium.
yeah. You're like, this is the exact same
Like,
thing as
I'm gonna die on a toilet eating this. My friend, one of my friends has like such a fast digestive tract, and it like runs in his family. And I guess like his brother, like one time was like eating Chinese food on the toilet while shitting. What? And I don't know if that was like a previous shit, that was just.
When
but
he
either way,
started shitting, ordered the Chinese food.
yeah, pinched it off.
Is his family there? Are they like really skinny?
Yes, and this brother was. Yeah,
This brother was.
this brother was.
I don't know. I could never eat and shit at the same time. That's like disgusting. You took a shit in there earlier, and I brought a muscle milk to drink in while I piss. Not like intentionally, but I was like, I kind of want to
Yeah.
drink this muscle milk, and I got to piss.
All of
I
the
was like, I can't do this together.
All of the like original toilets were for like royalty, so they would have like like trays and stuff on them, so you could like eat and do stuff.
That's so fucking.
The hemorrhoids must have been out of control.
Well, dude, it's like the shit you were
Dude,
eating
I
right
had
there
a
was like a
hemorrhoid.
turkey leg with your bare hands. I've been to medieval times. I know how they do things.
I had a hemorrhoid for like 2 weeks and it went away a few days ago.
Me too.
That's
Really?
not. Oh,
Runs in the apartment. We're synced up.
Yeah.
We get our butt periods at the same time.
We're not ending this way. This is not.
This is the male scene.
This is the last thing I wanted to discuss.
You ever had a hemorrhoid?
I don't want to get into this at all.
All right.
There's certain topics. Look, I'm gonna tell it how it is, guys.
Usually an itchy ass is an indicator.
We're not doing hemorrhoids today.
All right, it's his pod. We'll go to get on news from bed and do a hemorrhoid.
Yeah,
episode.
tomorrow. Look, your program, fine. You know, yeah. Maybe this was. To be fair, though, this is probably how people are going to know it's a different episode than the last one. They've listened this far, but also I hope my listeners are listening.
No, well, last time I said something about something. I'm not going to say what it is, and you almost threw up on the couch.
Oh yeah, we're not talking. I'm not throwing up again. I'm not throwing up again.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, I should have just kept going
No,
for content.
no.
It would have been good for your podcast.
Yeah, I like you. If you were going to say it would have saved the podcast, you think this is a fucking burning ship? You think this is a drowning ship?
No, it's on the up and up.
Yeah, it is on the up. I think it's getting better.
But
every
right
episode.
now, News from Bed and Morning Good podcast, we need something. We need something to like propel us, you know?
Yeah. And me throwing up probably would be helpful.
I think it would be helpful.
Maybe I'll drink a gallon of milk on the next episode, and then you start talking about whatever you're fucking talking about.
That would be something.
We're not going to talk about the thing, but
We'd have to like put down some tarp or something.
yeah.
If it's like so obvious from the jump that someone's going to throw up. The whole set looks different.
I've been itchy recently. I think I might have poison ivy.
Michael has like a cartoonish spiral above his head. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going to end.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. By the way, tune in to News from Bed because I'm going to be on that tomorrow.
Yeah. Wait, are you?
I do. You said, come on. I don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I can find something else to do.
You could come on. I do have Frankie
This is
and
after podcast talk.
yeah, we'll talk about it later.
I also love how I started testing the mics by saying, you ever feel like you're wearing a mask of yourself? What's up, Jake? Do you want to promote anything? Are you back on Instagram?
No.
Okay. Yeah, stay off that.
Peace.